Do you have a PVC stormwater pipe running into your rainwater tank, but it's damaged due to lawn maintenance? Then come along with me and I'll show you how to fix the problem while possibly stopping it from happening again. Let's go. Hey guys, Musa here from Quantum Home Improvements and Solutions. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm with my friend Angelo.
Hello.
So Angelo reached out to me a few weeks ago and said he had a problem with his downpipe, that it's busted, and it happened while he was whippersnipping and mowing. Very common thing. It actually happened in my place. So what we need to do is strengthen it up. We need to fix it. So either we can take it off from this point here and put a new piece in, but if you do that, you're gonna have to put a sleeve, which looks pretty ugly. So I personally don't like using these sleeves. So I'm actually gonna repair this one. I'm gonna show you how to do it. And by repairing it, it's gonna make it more solid. So when you whippersnip in the future or brush cut, you're not gonna damage it. So this pipe is PVC plastic and it leads to the rainwater tank. The rainwater tank is 1,000 litres and it feeds one of the toilets in this house, the laundry and a garden tap. So what happens when this is busted, when it rains, it's not gonna collect all the water because it all flows through here. So this is usually charged. So when you hit this, it's supposed to be full of water, but it's not. So all the water on all the downpipes, there are 4 of them, will actually lose all their charge as well because of this one. So you can see the soil erosion just around here. You can see the rock exposure. So there's a lot of water flowing through here on a rainy day. So we need to fix that problem up. Okay, so now I'll get into it and show you how to do it. Okay, so the way I'm gonna fix this is quite simple. So I've got another piece of 90mm PVC pipe, and this is quite a thick one, so it's the better quality. So it's a normal stormwater pipe. And so what I'm going to do is cut a sleeve around about 200mm long. Now once I cut that, the way I'm going to get that on is by cutting a slither down the back, and then basically I just press it on. But before I actually put it on, I need to prepare that, clean it up, get all the paint off from that area that I'm going to place this sleeve on, and then also put primer and then put PVC glue on there. Okay, so first I'll just mark it 200mm, just mark it all the way around. Okay, so now in this case here, I'm going to use my grinder to cut this PVC pipe. You can actually use a handsaw, but it does splinter the PVC sometimes. The best way to cut the PVC pipe is have a dedicated drop saw. So most plumbers would just use a drop saw. It gives a nice clean cut. But in this case here, it's a bit heavy for me and I didn't want to drag it out to Angelo's place. So I'm just going to use the grinder. Okay, so now that I've done that, now I'm going to cut a slither down the back, 30mm. Okay, so that's my mark there. I'm going to cut that out, and then that way I can open it up and put it over the pipe. Okay, so just watch your fingers when you're using the grinder. So I've cut the slither out, so now I can actually squeeze that over the downpipe. Okay, let's see how this sleeve goes. Okay, that's beautiful. So because it's slightly bigger, it's sitting on the outside of the pipe, so it makes it bigger. It expands more, and so it wants to pull in, so it actually sits really nice and tight. Okay, so now I'll just mark all the way around, and we need to clean the paint off. So I'll just clean all around there. So I'll just clean that up. Okay, I might try a blade as well, see how that looks. Okay, that's probably easier, I think. Yeah, I think the blade is easier. So now I'm just going to use a 180 paper and just sand that down and just take all that leftover residue of paint. Okay, so that's done. Just a little bit of a cut from the blade. Just be really careful if you are going to use a blade. You might be better off just using a scraper. Okay, so now with this same blade, I'm going to clean the spurring off where I've cut, because there is a little bit of spurring there. Okay, so I want to make that a nice smooth surface. Blade that I used on my grinder was a diamond cut blade, which I use mainly for tiling. Not that I do much these days, but I find that that diamond tip blade can cut nearly anything and cuts it really nice and fine. Now I'm going to use the primer. So this is Protect Primer. So basically, just going to primer on the inside. So basically the primer is just going to clean all the surfaces. Okay, so now I'll put the Protect PVC cement. Okay, I'm also going to put some on the pipe. I'm making a bit of a mess on this, but I prefer to make a mess than not put enough. Get this grass off. Okay, so just put a bit more on the sleeve. All right, so now I'll just squeeze it on. And there we go. And that's done. So this is going to take a little while to dry. I'll just clean some of that residue off. It's sitting nice and round on the connector, on the bottom 45-degree connector, and that's going to seal really well. Now, because the breakage was right down the bottom, that is not a good spot for a breakage. So I may actually put some silicone just around the outside later. So now with this PVC sleeve sitting on top of the old downpipe, they're now doubled up in thickness, which basically means that it's going to be really strong. So you can actually hit this now with a whippersnipper and it won't break because you've got two lots of thicknesses. But this is not just to protect from whippersnippers. The reason I've gone up 200 mil is also to protect it from things hitting it. So kicking or lawnmowers or anything like that. So this is now fully protected. Okay, we're done. Hey, Angelo, what do you think?
Oh, looks great.
So Angelo, when you first told me about this problem, what was your concern?
The main issue was the erosion around the drain pipe.
Yep, because there's a lot of water coming through. Did you see the water flowing through when it would rain?
Oh yeah, the kids loved it. There's a fountain coming.
You had a waterfront property. Okay, so it's a little bit more than that. Yeah. Now, when the pipes are not charged and the water's not going to your tank, that means your tank will not get filled up, or it'll get filled up, but not very quickly. Okay, it'll be forced through, but most of the water will come through the hole, and that's a bit of a concern. Now, the reason we have rainwater tanks is because we're trying to conserve water in the Sydney area. And so for you, there's a benefit here because it's connected to your toilet, connected to your washing machine and to the outside tap. If you're using the mains, Sydney Water mains, it means you're going to get a bill. Okay, so now the water tank will be full again. You can use your amenities. That's going to save you some money.
Oh, perfect.
So the way this system works is pretty basic. The water comes from the roof into the downpipes. Now from the downpipe, it goes into the stormwater tank. Now when that stormwater tank is full, it has an overflow. So then the overflow goes back under the ground, picks up this stormwater pit, and then goes to the road just purely by gravity. So now all Angelo's got to do now is just buy some paint, which is slate grey or woodland grey, and just paint that little sleeve just to get it back to the same colour again. Not a big job.
Okay.
So if you are interested, I will put a link below of all the products I've used today. And all I've got to do now is just cut the sleeves for the other 3 pipes and put them on, and also put the pit back in, and then later Angela will put some dirt around it just to bring it to the same height as pit so it doesn't pull out again. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And if you have any comments at all, please leave them below and I will get back to you. And I'd ask you, please consider to subscribe, hit the like button and share this video, and there's many more to come. Thanks guys.
See ya.
So I'm going to stand here, you stand there.
Wait.
No, stand up there, that's fine. Happy birthday for yesterday.
Thank you.
I forgot to say it. Okay.